Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a bit of a different video. It's like a super quick, super simple, super easy makeup look, but I'm basically taking it from a day to a night look. So I already did my makeup earlier this morning. I just did something like super quick, super easy. I did use a bit of foundation, but didn't go crazy on the eyes. Just used a little bit of browns, chucked some mascara on and a nude lip and was out the door. And then I thought maybe I would come back and try and film a day to night look for you. So I don't know if you've been at work all day on a Friday and you're going to go out in the evening, you don't want to take it all off and reapply it. This is a really quick and easy way just to kind of spruce up your makeup for the night out and make sure that it's nice and long lasting as well. So if you want to see how I got this look and the little tips and tricks I have for the day to night makeup look, make sure to just keep watching. So as you can see, I've basically got the base down already. I kind of did a bit of foundation, powder, tiny bit of eyeshadow, but obviously throughout the day we're going to get oily and some of that powder we're going to lose. So I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder Foundation. I really love this. This is in more of a tan shade because I have been away. Otherwise I normally end up using the MAC Studio Fix, but either one are really nice and this one is way more affordable. So I'm just adding this in little areas where I've maybe lost a little bit of coverage, particularly in my T-zone. And then because I want this nighttime makeup to last a lot longer, I'm going in with the RCMA No Colour Powder. Just any translucent powder will do, and I'm just baking in the areas where I get particularly oily, and this will just make sure that you're not losing any more powder and the oils aren't coming through too much. And now we're going to move on to the eyes. So I have a little bit of like a brown shade on the lid already, which we can basically use as our transition shade. And I'm going in with the HMB Cosmetics Dare to Be Different palette. I'm literally obsessed with this. I use it all the time. And I'm taking a combination of the two purple shades, Savage and Zodiac. And I'm just using this little kind of flat shader brush to pack those shades on the lid. I kind of mix both together, to be honest, and just pack them on, and they're just such a beautiful purple shade, really pigmented but also really easy to blend. And then I use the shade Welcome, which is a nice pink shade, and I'm using that to buff the kind of purple into that transition shade. We already have the brown down, so that kind of acts as a transition as well, so it just made it so much easier to blend. And this, honestly, this eye look probably took me maybe 5 minutes. I only used 2 brushes, few shades from the palette, and then boom, you've got like a nice deep kind of smoky eye for a nice nighttime look. This is just a super easy way to incorporate a little bit of colour and doesn't take too much time either. So just making sure to really blend that shade nicely into the crease, and obviously keep it nice and pigmented as well. So I do go back over a couple times just with that purple shade to make sure that we don't lose any of that pigment. And then next we're going to move on to the lower lash line. So for this I'm switching up the brush. I'm taking this tiny little pencil brush from Morphe and picking up the purple shades and running that as close to my lash line as possible. Again, we already have a bit of brown under there, so we've kind of got a bit of a transition going as well, but I'm just going to use the same fluffy brush from Zoeva that we used on the top, and I'm just going to run a bit of the Welcome shade, the pink one, underneath, just to give that real nice kind of a smoky look. And again, just doing this on the other side, you want to make sure that you really kind of buff that in nicely and make sure there's no gaps where your lower lashes are. And again, make sure that that's nice and blended and smoky. You can drag it down quite far actually. It won't look like you're punching the face, I promise, once you get a bit of extra mascara and lashes and everything on, and boom, we have a nice nighttime eye look. Now the bake has been sitting there for long enough. It's been sitting there maybe for about 5 minutes, so I can now wipe that away. This brush, by the way, is unbelievable. It's a Dose of Colours one, and it's so soft. I highly recommend these. And then I'm gonna actually go into the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and take this highlighting shade, and I'm just gonna press a bit more powder in the highlighted areas. Honestly, using powder will make your makeup so much more long lasting, especially if you're going to go on a night out. It might be hot outside, you might get a little bit sweaty, a bit oily, and I promise it will just make sure that everything stays in place and looks flawless. And then before we go in with the lashes, I'm going to run a little bit of Nude Pencil in the waterline. This is just from NYX. You can use any nude pencil that you have. I just think it opens up the eyes a little bit more. And then the lashes that I showed you earlier are the Nubounsom Bella Bay lashes, and I'm just popping those on. These are really nice and wispy. I absolutely love it. And to be honest, a lash really just makes any eye look more like nighttime vibes and a little bit more dramatic. And then I'm just adding a bit more mascara. I already had a bit of mascara on, but I'm just adding some more to those lower lashes. Again, we just want to build on what we've got during the day just to make it a little bit more on the dramatic side of life. Now it's time to go in with a little bit more highlight. I do put highlight on during the day as well, but I just wanted to add to it because we obviously want it to be gleaming from the distance in the night time. So I'm using my Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. I'm literally obsessed with this. It's so smooth, goes on so nicely, and it's so bright and dramatic, and that is what we want for a nighttime look. And then going back into the Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D, I'm taking the middle kind of bronzer contour shade, and again I'm just accentuating what we already have on our daytime look. So I'm just adding a bit more bronzer, a bit more contour, just adding to everything, making sure it looks nice and flawless and blended, and we are ready for the next step. What are we going in with next? Ooh, we're going to go in with some blush. I already have a bit of blush, and actually it's lasted quite well considering that blush is normally the first thing that leaves your face. So I'm just taking more of a pinky shade because obviously we had more of an orange shade going on before, and this will match the eyes a little bit better. And then I'm actually going to add to my brows a little bit as well. During the day I like to keep them nice and kind of fluffy, a bit more natural, because that just kind of goes with that look. But once you have heavier eye makeup on and big lashes, I do think that you need to just add a little bit more to your brows and make them a bit more defined, and obviously just match it to the look that you've got going on. And just going to run a little bit of brow gel through them as well to make sure they last and stay in place. And then I'm just wiping away a bit of that kind of brownie nude pencil that I had for the daytime look. And then I'm going to take Whirl Lip Pencil from MAC, it's a kind of a deep nude but with a hint of pink, so I feel like that will kind of match the blush and the eye look quite nicely. So I'm just lining my lips with that, and also I fill them in a little bit, and then I go in with a lighter kind of nude lipstick in the center. And today I'm going to go with my Anastasia lipstick in the shade Soft Touch, and I kind of start by popping it in the middle and then blend it outwards because I like it to fade from like the lighter shade to the darker shade, and that kind of gives you that nice pouty look. And then we want to set our face with the Anastasia Dewy set, or any setting spray that you like, just to make sure that all the powders sink into the skin nicely, and you can go over with a damp sponge if you want as well. So this is the final look, you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this little really quick and easy tutorial, like a day to night situation. So I've literally, all I've done is added to the eyes, added some lashes, changed the lip, and then added a little bit more powder to make it a bit more durable and long lasting for like a night out situation. So I hope that you found this helpful. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Bye.